Welcome to another edition of Against the Odds Betting. As always, I'm your host, Spider, bringing you another edition of Against the Odds Betting. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment. It don't matter if it's an emoji, it don't matter if it's a dot, it don't matter if it's one word, one letter, whatever the case may be. Helps the algorithm, so therefore when you go on YouTube, somebody's more likely to find our channel, right? Now, recap from last night. If you was here with us for the first night of the NBA season, absolutely smashed. I should definitely bring the broom house right now because we had to absolutely sweep anything that we picked. No matter what combination you took, you definitely should have won something. All right. As always, you guys know any picks that we give, don't take everything and parlay them. You can, but don't take everything and parlay them. Find your best 2 or 3 picks out of those, or if you're single betting, you can single bet all the games, or then find your best plays that you like or don't like from the games and either fade or tail me, right? Again, tonight we have a couple games, a lot of games, I should say, in the NBA. Of course, last night was the start, only 2 games up, but tonight, as you know, they dishing out everybody. So everybody that ain't played last night is pretty much playing tonight. It's definitely more than 12 games. It's only 30 teams in the NBA, of course, so pretty much everybody is playing. Now, we can't take a pick from every single game, right, because it'll be too much. Some of the picks that I do like from tonight, I would say, where should I start? I'm actually going to start in Boston, all right? Let's do that. We're going to start in Boston. So you got Boston Celtics taking on the New York Knicks, right? So over the off season, the Boston Celtics, they acquired Kristaps Porzingis, who is a stretch forward, so therefore he can hit threes, he can create some shots, a lot of good things for you because the NBA is more so offense versus defense, right? They lose Marcus Smart, which one of the other guys we're going to target tonight as well. So for that being said, would you have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, and also Drew Holiday, in which they acquire in a trade? You have a legitimate 3 to 4 players on any given night that if you get 2 of them that goes off and have a good game, you're pretty much going to win a lot more games than you lose, all right? So the Boston Celtics, I like them to win the game outright because if you look at the New York Knicks, they haven't done too much really trade in terms of to help their offense or help their defense. You still have Jalen Brunson, you still have Julius Randle, which is, Randle kind of shaking off over the last 3 or 4 games in the last season, not playing too well. So I don't expect the New York Knicks to go too far anywhere. And tonight versus a Boston Celtics team that is absolutely looking forward to taking on a challenge, looking to prove themselves to see, if possible, trying to get back to the NBA Finals, right? So Boston Celtics, if you want to take them money line, I support that. If you want to do a safe play, I would take Boston actually plus 4.5 and Jason Tatum anywhere between 5 and 8 rebounds. I definitely support that. So if you don't want to take Boston straight up money line, you want to do a safe play, I'll go up there and take Boston plus 4.5 with Jason Tatum anywhere between 5 and 8 rebounds, right? The next one I got for you, I'm going to turn to Washington game. Now, if anybody know about Jordan Poole, which he had played for the Golden State Warriors, you feel me? He had won a championship with them as well. Had an altercation with Draymond Green, got traded to the Washington Wizard. But nonetheless, if you look at the Washington Wizard, right? They traded Bradley Beal to the Suns. Jordan Poole is there like a knight in shining armor. So therefore, no matter who is on the team that's playing for the Washington Wizard, they're gonna absolutely give the ball to Kyle Kuzma, which is on there, right? And Jordan Poole. Now, if you look at Jordan Poole last preseason game, he had like 41 points or something like that, like by the third quarter. I don't expect him to cool off or anything like that. So Jordan Poole, they have him on the line for over under 24.5. I absolutely support that as well. If he plays anywhere between 30 and 35 minutes, I believe that's absolutely a smash for Jordan Poole to get over 24.5 points. 24.5 actually equals 25, right? But if you want to take him for a safe play, Jordan Poole, 20 points. You can throw in there for a same game parlay if you want to take him for 2 threes, or you want to take Kuzma for 2 threes. Support both of those as well, right? Sticking with the same game because they are taking on the Indiana Pacers. We got Tyrese Halliburton, which is one of the better passers from last season that we've seen. Even though basically a rookie, right, in terms of NBA standings, but overall, Tyrese Halliburton is actually a really, really good passer, right? So on the line tonight, I see them have him at under 9.5 assists. I would actually support his 9.5 assists over, but as always, they have the alternative line right there. So why not utilize them, right? So Tyrese Halliburton, if you want to take him over 9.5 assists, I support that as well. But if you want to do a safe play, I would support him from anywhere between 4 and 7. Shouldn't disappoint you. I guarantee you get you at least 5 to 6 assists tonight, guaranteed. All right. And in sports betting, is definitely nothing that's guaranteed. But that's one of the ones that I definitely look forward to seeing. Right. Kyrie Irving, you got a Dallas taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Of course, we got Luka, we got Kyrie, and any addition that they have over there as well. And they're going against the Spurs, which have one of the number 1 draft pick in the NBA, and which is Victor Wembanyama. If I'm saying this guy's name right, but promise you, if you go online and anybody named is Victor with a name that you cannot pronounce, that's exactly who I'm talking about, right? So now, I'm not targeting him for points, rebounds, or assists. All 3. Give it to me, right? They have him on the line for 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So we don't need him to score 20 points or get 10 rebounds or, assists. We just need a combination for anything that combined to over 24.5 points. So if you get 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, we covered. And any other information that you want to put on there as well, right? And that will be one of my better plays. Victor Wembanyama for the Spurs, over 25.5 points, rebound, and assists. Trust me, don't quote me on this name. It is hard for me to pronounce, just as it is hard for you to pronounce as well, right? For sticking with the 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and this one is going to be a lean. So we got Marcus Smart that have been traded from the Boston Celtics to the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, anybody that watch basketball or follow basketball, they know the situation around Jay Morant. I believe he got like a 20-game suspension without pay, so we hurting a little bit, right? But Marcus Smart is basically their number 1 point guard right now. I do not expect this guy to go out there and do too much of anything. Yes, he can score here. He gets some rebounds. He'll get some assists. But this is not a person that you can count on night in and night out to go get you points or get you rebounds or get you assists. So once again, they got Marcus Smart from the Memphis Grizzlies on the line for under 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'm actually going to take that under. I do not believe he get 26 points, rebounds, and assists all combined. Victor Wembanyama is a completely different story. That is like the future of the NBA. So when LeBron, Steph Curry, and anybody else that you can think of that is 32 to 35 years old, how long do you think they're going to play in the NBA? They're going to retire soon, right? So you need somebody to come up and take that reign over, right? And that's where Victor going to come in at. So him, support Marcus Smart. We can't trust him as much, so I'm going to take his under 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. For a plus money play, I'm actually going to look towards the Utah Jazz taking on the Sacramento Kings. Last year, we seen the Sacramento Kings actually test Golden State really well. I believe that if DeAndre Fox didn't get hurt, Golden State would actually have a harder time actually advancing in that Game 7, versus DeAndre Fox not being injured or anything like that. But that was last year. But one of the guys from that team that have been doing really good is Walker Kessler, right? Walker Kessler. And we're going to look at him for And not a lot of people probably will think about this, but blocks. If you actually look at him for what he had been doing to the course of last season, he averaged about 2.3, 2.5 blocks. So therefore, in any given game, he can go out there and get you 2 or 3 blocks per game, right? Tonight is a night where I feel a matchup is just right for him to actually go out there and do that as well. So they got him for over/under for plus money, over/under 2.5 blocks. If you want, I would definitely sprinkle a little money on that for his over. And if you want to take a safe play and combine with anything else I said, Walker Kessler over 2.5 blocks. But for a safe play, you can take him for one plus block in the same game. Dante Sabonis, who has definitely been phenomenal for his team. A lot of nights that he went out there, he actually got a double-double. And tonight, I would look at him to actually get another double-double. So you can sprinkle a little money on Sabonis to get a double-double. A little sprinkle on Walker Kessler to get over 2.5 threes. But if in that same game parlay, if you want to do a safe pick, Walker Kessler, 1+ blocks, and Sabonis, I would say you can take him for anywhere between 10 to 15 points and anywhere between 5 to 8 rebounds as well for Sabonis. And turning over to we got one hockey game on tonight, which is the Devils. They're playing at home tonight. I like home teams. In that game, their price is a little bit too high. I believe it's a -250. I like the Devils to win the game outright because they're facing the Washington Capitals. Okay, so imagine this, right? You're playing basketball, even though it's not basketball. Imagine you're playing basketball against your grandpa that's 85 years old. That's what the Washington Capitals is in terms of hockey, right? They lost a lot of good players during the offseason. A lot of players that they have right now is older, veteran players, which is nothing wrong with that. But they're not as fast as the younger guys that they're competing against. So if you can outskate them, you got a good chance to get more shots on goal, for you to win the game. So the New Jersey Devils, definitely more younger than the Washington Capitals. More speed, which in hockey, you're going to need your speed because defense, offense, all that stuff matters, right? So, for one, I like the New Jersey Devils to win the game outright. If you want to take them, if you want to do a safe play, I would take the Devils plus 1.5 with Alex Ovechkin over 3.5 shots on goal. And mind you, he had 14 shots in his last game, and I believe at least he had 8 to 10 shots in like the second quarter. That is just ridiculous for hockey, okay? Trust me. If you got a problem with anything I say, you probably should be calling 1-800-GAMBLER because there's always be somebody there to answer your problems. Whatever it is, you losing by 1, you can't win a ticket, you need somebody to talk to late at night, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the morning, doesn't matter. 1-800-GAMBLER, just in case you have any gambling problems, all right? Devils money line or plus 1.5. Alex Ovechkin over 3.5 shots on goal. And if you want to get a little fancy, I would definitely if the Devils are gonna win, I should see no way that Jack Hughes, right? Jack Hughes for an assist. If the Devils gonna win, I like Jack Hughes as well to get to register an assist. Alex Ovechkin, he played for the Washington Capitals. They have him on the line for over under 3.5 shots on goal. I support that as well. So just to recap, we got Victor Wembanyama from the Spurs over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We also have Jordan Poole from the Washington Wizards for over. I support all these, right? So if you want to take him for over 24.5 points, I support that as well. As long as he played anywhere between 30 and 35 minutes, I definitely believe that he cleared that line without no problem. In his last preseason game, he had like 41 points by like the third quarter or something like that, right? Jordan Poole, as I said, over 24.5 points. If you want to take a safe play, I would take him for 20 plus. Definitely should cash for you. Same game as well. Tyrese Halliburton from the Indiana Pacers. They have him on the line for over or under 9.5 assists. I support that as well, but if you want to take him for a safe play, I support anywhere between 4 and 7 assists just for a safe play. Also, in the Victor Yamamoto game, definitely butchering his name, right? Kyrie Irving, 20-plus points, 2 threes. I don't think that Luka and Kyrie is going to go out there and mess around tonight. So, therefore, they're going to showcase their talent versus that they would think as a lesser team than them, right? So, Kyrie Irving, 20-plus points, 2-plus threes. And if you want to throw in Luka in there as well, I'll support Luka from anywhere between 5 and 8 rebounds as well. Boston, I like them over the New York Knicks. But if you want to take them for a safe play, I would actually take Boston plus 4.5 with Jason Tatum anywhere between 5 and 8 rebounds as well. Marcus Smart, we're going to take him under 25.5 points, rebound, and assists. I don't think he got enough stuff in him or enough juice to actually go over that number, right? Walker Kessler, and that's going to be between the Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings. I would actually support Walker Kessler for over 2.5 blocks. But if you want to go for a safe play, 1+ block is actually cool for me. Dante Sabonis, you want to take him for a double-double, I'll support that as well. But for a safe play, 10 to 15 points, anywhere between 5 and 8 rebounds, that definitely should cover for you as well. New Jersey Devils, I like the Devils to win because I don't believe that the Washington Capitals actually have enough speed, or they're not young enough to actually compete with the Devils. Devils are more young. Maybe not more skilled, but they have enough talent to get the job done, right? So if you want to take them straight out on the money line, I support that as well. If you want to take them plus 1.5 with Alex Ovechkin over 3.5 shots on goal, along with Jack Hughes to register an assist. That's what I got for you guys tonight. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, all right?